Hey there guys, my name is Snackonaut and I am playing Disturbed. It's a little point and click style horror game, but we're going to try this out. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt and your cow is sick. For some time the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind, and you are going to do something about it. So, you stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. We go to the crops, go in the house, and go in the shed. Let's just go in the house. Alright, so entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems would just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. We read in your journal, open the chest, lay in the bed, or go back outside. Let's open our chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you're anticipated. You close the chest. Let's lay in our bed. I know we wanted to. So, you lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach toward the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin starts to flake away, like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you've never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. What? Okay. Let's try that again. I guess this time we're gonna go into the shed. The shed is locked. We'll go to the crops. A path divides the crops as you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Let's go into the pen. Yo, what is, is that a dead animal? A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. What is this growing blight? You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushroom that dot the ground. You inspect the water, looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. I'm not gonna grab a mushroom. Alright, so the path, yep. Let's follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning it, if there could be something helpful in there. Well, I mean, let's go into the cave. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight from outside. Let's go into the cave. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you may have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in here. Let's run from the bear. The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Well, you make it to the trail, and the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. Adventure ends here. Oh, come on, give me a break. Okay, let's try again. I guess we'll go into the crops this time. We're gonna follow the path. We're gonna continue down the path. Okay, so you come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Let's inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is kind of fellow From what you recall, maybe he's home. Let's inspect the shack. You walk toward the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring out that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not somewhere else. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and use it on the door. The door unlocks. I didn't say to let myself in. There's a hatch on the ground. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Man, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Let's cross that bridge. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment of rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down, getting comfortable. You tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Can I just go some more? Guess we'll just pick at the grass. What? As you pick up the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. You turn around to see a large, angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze what air is left out from your body. Come on, it's like impossible not to die. Alright, we'll just try again. Okay, so blah blah blah. We're gonna go in the house. We're going to read my journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethany is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. I woke up one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. Alright, we're gonna go, let's go back outside. We're just gonna start walking. We're just gonna start going. Just gonna follow the path. Nope, follow the path. We're gonna continue on. Nope, we're gonna cross that bridge. Crap, are we forced to stop here? Blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling has overcome you and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about in your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. That's what I was saying. Oh, come on, no. You reach a point where a trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Eeny, meeny, miny. Right. You reach the end of a pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passages to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. We're not going to the tree. Let's go back to where the path split. Now we're going to go left. Seems fine. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? We continue down the path. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There is a stone well near the path. We continue on. We don't stop. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramore. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from the farm. You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blights. Let's go back. You realize that you must go back. There is no way to reach the city. Thank goodness. Okay. Well, we're going to go in the well this time. You peer down the well. There's going to be a monster in there, I bet you. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. No, I don't want the coin. I don't need it. Perhaps you may obtain the coin later. Alright, let's go back to the grass trail. We're going to go back. Oh, let's follow the trail in the grass. There's a sword. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Let's inspect it. You approach the grave, you look at the sword with it. Ooh. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. You. The sword. May I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. Let's back away from the sword. I'm not gonna disrupt some ghost. Let's go back. Let's continue. Wait. Continue on? What does that mean? Oh. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Let's inspect the lake. You stop near the lake and look down to it. Why are you like, no, we're not going to grab that. It's calling out to me. No, we're not. No. That's not smart. Alright, now let's continue. We're going to continue along the trail. A faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Looks like I want to inspect the stone pillars. Looks like a black hole in the center. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed there. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. What can go there? That orb in the water, maybe? A faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars. Oh, okay, let's go into the field. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. There's a whole... Whoa! As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of a unicorn can help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. So I assume that I have to go... Alright, we're going to go into the lake. I'm going to try to grab that orb. I'm going to get it. We're going to dive in for it. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. Sound was horrible. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way toward it. And there's a crazy, like, little bit of fish. Quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open wide. You try to leave for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. Quickly find yourself helpless before its creature. Rips me apart with his teeth. You die a very painful death. Adventure ends here. This is a hard game. Alright, well, I'm going to actually end the episode here. If you guys want to see me get through the other choices, maybe the other just endings or deaths, let me know. Maybe I'll try it again. Otherwise, that is the end of Disturbed. If you did enjoy it, please let me know by leaving a like. If you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comment section down below. And please share the video with your friends, because it does always help the channel out a lot. And feel free to subscribe to see future videos that I post. I do always appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.